Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity from the Ryotcraft server. And here I am at my space base. I've done just a little bit more work here, and you might be able to see in the background if we go out of this view. Wrong button. There we go. I have added in the walkways going out each of the other three directions. Haven't added in that bracing that I will do on those, and not sure exactly how I'm going to join that one on. But today, that is not what we're going to be working on. I have got a few things in my inventory here, including 10 enderman powered spawners. So, there's something else I've done here, which is build this room, which is going to be a spawn chamber specifically for endermen. I might use it for something else later on, but what I want to get at the moment are dimlets. And I know there are other, probably better spawner options for me here, but I like Ender.io, so I'm going to go with the Ender.io stuff mostly for this. I am going to use the Draconic Evolution mob grinders, and then we'll have the vacuum hoppers as well. But yes, we're going to have 10 powered spawners. So each of the enderman powered spawners, when using octatic capacitors, use about 20,000 RF per tick. So this will use about 200,000 RF per tick. We can produce that now. So this is another way of using a whole lot of power. A silly machine to use a whole lot of power when you can do something probably a bit better, but hey, why not? So, what I am going to do first here is place some stone down there, just so that I remember exactly where this goes. And then take those out. So, the style of this room, I've been using the laboratory blocks from Chisel and different styles of those. Then in the windows, quite clear glass and some enlightened clear glass. So that gives it a good glow. And then just a few lights around the place to light it up. I haven't needed many of those because with all of the enlightened glass there, it puts enough light out anyway. I didn't want bats to be spawning in here, but we won't have that problem. So down the middle here, I'm going to need some power, and that's going to run all the way up. If I can get myself up here, all the way up to the top. There we go. And then we're going to also put insulated redstone cable. So this is basically a way of taking redstone signals around and doing things that you can't do with actual redstone, like, for example, straight lines down. You can have different channels on it, and so on. What I will then do, may as well place these spawners straight away. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3. Oh, missed that one. 3, 4, 5. Now the Ender.io powered spawners act very similar to a normal Minecraft spawner. They spawn in a 4-block radius, well, 4-block radius, kind of, 4 blocks out in a square, like so, and they'll spawn 1 block above on that level and 1 block below. They also won't spawn if there are too many of the mobs within the current area. But this fall here if I've got my calculations right, should take the endermen that are spawning and drop them out of the range of the spawners here. So I will put this up on both sides afterwards, but I need a way out of here right now. So I'll leave that there. Mainly so that we don't get... Actually, if I put one there, we won't get spawns there anyway. It's to stop endermen from spawning on top of the spawners and then not falling down. So now we've got that. I want these all to be octatic, and I want them to be active with a signal. So we can quickly go through and do that. That one. That one. That one. Now I might have a problem with if they're all spawning at exactly the same time, then it might not work. I'll have to find that out here in a second, because that would then put too many mobs within the range of some of them. It might then decide that it can't actually put any more in. Like, say if it kind of goes in some order and a few of them are gone and all the endermen are still here, they haven't fallen down quite yet, then the other ones might fail to spawn. Will be interesting to see. We'll need to now place the mob grinders, which can go, and let's see if we're going to get these around the right way. I think it is the skull that faces towards the killing side. Place those there. Place our vacuum hoppers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The vacuum hoppers have a range of 7 by 7, so 3 blocks out in each direction. So I need to use more of those. And these also do a 7 by 7 out in front of them. So I wasn't able to use any... I don't think I'd have been able to use any less than 4. So I've got that now. Got those. Let's see. I'll need to add some power on. So for that I have got this handy tesseract, which should then provide plenty of power. It's not, or... Okay, actually that's probably set up... Now this is going to be a problem though. Okay, so that's set up on send only. I need it on receive. The problem is going to be that this can only actually take out 20,000 RF per tick, which might be a problem. We'll find out here in a second. Well, these all filled up pretty quickly, so but yes, we might actually have a problem there with that not outputting enough RF. We'll have to figure out another way of doing that. So I could put... So even if I put... oh wait 1 second, they aren't going to take 20,000, are they? They're going to take 15,000 RF per tick, I guess is what that's saying. So if I go on to all 6 sides, I can get 120,000, and the 5 spawners 50,000, 75 will be 150. So it won't quite be enough. Interesting. Okay, well anyway, I don't want that to be connected there, so let's say disabled. So the redstone signal isn't attached there. I will put a just a piece of cobblestone there for now, and that should then connect onto there. I need a lever. Out of all the things to not have, it's a lever. Here we go. The most basic thing out of the whole contraption, and I don't have it. Bring that back. If I put that there, now when I turn this on, it should then fire them all up. And there is one other thing I am slightly concerned about that we will find out here in a second. See, now that's what I was thinking. It should be spawning more than that. So I had a little idea of how I could fix that. Which, first I'm going to have to kill those guys in there. Well, let's test the next part of it, which is the very noisy guys up there. I put this there and configure that to my space power. Set frequency, we don't want to do anything there. Receive only, and put in some power cables. Not there. Oh. Sometimes this step assist is a little annoying when you're trying to place and suddenly you are not at the same level. Well, they died quickly. And those ones, let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've definitely got those the right way up, right way round, that is. And that's that. While I'm down here, let's attach that and on the vacuum hopper. So I should just be able to click that and then it's connected down. I think. Can a vacuum hopper put out into an item conduit? I think I've done that before. No, that's not working. If I go... aha. Maybe I need to actually set these to output first. So on the bottom, and then place that. Yep, that seems to work. Okay, so you set it to output before you place this, and there's no problem. Set it to output. Place that. We also want our fluid coming out that way. So, again, put that there and place that on there. Okay, we only want to extract. Get rid of that. Again, probably have to do the setting first, then placing, and extract. Not there. So I want to switch this into fluid mode, which is that one there, and then I can get rid of that. Roll back to all. Extract. Place. Extract. And final one. Click that. place that and extract. There we go. We've now got that coming out. I'm going to do something temporary here for now with these cables. So this one, can't I place? Yeah, should be able to cross over there. And also with the fluid, cross over there. It's the greatest thing about these cables, the fact that you can run them over the top of each other with no problems, and you can run them parallel to each other within the same block space. Very, very handy. Join those up and join those up. Then for the experience for the moment, I am going to bring that, say, down here and feed it into, and I'm not sure whether this is actually, it matters which side it goes on to, probably not. But I'll just feed it into this for now, so that's going to be insert. As far as I'm aware, these experience obelisks can hold pretty much infinite experience in them, so no problems with that running out of space. And for now, I'm going to just use a chest, which is on insert, and these should all be always active, always active. I love the configurability of these Ender IO pipes. Do so many things with them. Okay, so that now, all of the ender pearls and the experience will go in there, and all the other items should also go in here. I am going to put in some deep storage because there's going to be a lot of ender pearls and enderman heads, and the thing I'm really looking for, the dimlets. Should be lots of those being produced. So let's turn this on again and see how it goes. It's killing them pretty fast, but as you see, it's not spawning quite at the rate that, at least, that I'd expect. And these should actually be a lot quicker. So let's dare to go in here. Well, it's not getting enough power, for one thing. They're all out of power. So that was one of the problems that I was wondering. If we come up here, we can join on to more sides of this, which will help, but not that much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually put in a bit of a power bank here, which will allow me to connect this up to more different faces. So I'll get that done and bring you back to show you that in just a minute. Okay, and welcome back. We now have two very interesting little things here. I decided to do it this way because basically it was easier. Two tesseracts in now, each with 5 sides connected. So I know I've talked about this before, but the Ender IO energy conduits work that they can transfer pretty much infinite power through them, but they can only take in and push out through the ends 20,000 per tick. So this, with 5 connections on each of these, mean that we can do 200,000 RF per tick down this line, and then that can go into each of these at 20,000 RF per tick. So, let's see if that solves our power side of the issue. Turn that on. Well, it's certainly working faster. What I want to know is whether they're awfully noisy. I'm going to have to put in some kind of sound dampener in here. But are they actually spawning as quickly as what they should do? So it goes up, and as soon as this crashes, it should spawn. They're falling pretty quickly, but are they within the range for a while? It's actually pretty hard to tell what's going on here. There's an awful lot of XP coming in, I know that. Let's just turn it off for a second. Let's just help this out just for a little bit. So, ideally, I want all of these progress meters to be slightly different from each other. 66, 74, 12, 92. Maybe they've all worked out that way anyway. 12. It might be okay. 25, 70, 25. Okay, well, I think I'm happy with that. Let's go out and see it all working. Where are you trying to get to me from? Just put those in there. Oh. What items are we getting? Lots of ender pearls. Okay, so I will put one of these here and put ender pearls in there. Now I can connect up the item conduit. Put that as insert and give it a higher priority. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Let's just put all of those in there for now. And miniature red hearts. I'm sure we'll be getting some of those. So take those, put them in there, item conduit, and insert at a higher priority. How many levels have we got so far? 37. Pretty quick. Let's run it again and see what happens. Should now... ender pearls are going in there. If we get more of those, they'll go in there. I do want to put a deep storage down for the dimlets, so take some unknown dimlets, put them in, insert at a higher priority. And I think that's working pretty well. Look at that. Constantly dying. I was curious whether I was going to have any issues with... I'm going to make a sound muffler. What are they called? Sound muffler. So that's a note block, wood around redstone, and then wool. I was wondering whether there were going to be any issues with the fact that I'm in a Mushroom Island biome, but I'm grateful that that isn't a problem. I've got some wood here. Here we go. Let's just make a few of these. Okay, and I needed wool around them. Do you know, I don't know if I've got any wool here. Is that wool? 19. Well, that's enough for 2. Let's put that in. Wool, sound mufflers. Then we can get some nice peace and quiet. So, I'll put one of those, say there, one there. Doesn't make it perfectly quiet. Oh, I wonder if it would work better if they're in the room. Well, there's definitely been at least one bat that's died in there. Still rather noisy. But there we go. Our oct... No, I guess it's an... No, it's not oct. It's a Deca-spawner-something machine. Anyway, that will be all for this episode. I'll bring you back next time and show you the spoils of the system. I will put in a what's it called? A chunk loader over here to make sure that this is running constantly, and that should provide me with an awfully large amount of stuff. It's interesting that none of the enderman heads are being picked up by these. I wonder why that is. Oh, I'll investigate that as well. Until next time, I hope you have a really good week, and I'll see you again later. Thanks for watching. Bye.